What's up, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. And the reason I haven't posted anything today is because, as promised, I said I was going to make a tutorial video or videos. I'm going to try to smash this into one on how to build a arcade cabinet. And that's what I started doing today. I took the week off of work so I could start working on this, and I'm not at work, so yeah, it was a good day. I got to have some drinks like I am doing right now. It's Bloody Mary. If you don't like Bloody Mary, then you're crazy, because I think they're fucking delicious. I don't even like tomato juice, but Bloody Marys are delicious. You got to get the mix, man, and then you just put your vodka in and any other spice and stuff that you want in it. But anyway, about this arcade cabinet, I'm about, I would say, 70% done right now. I'm really looking forward to getting it done, and I have so many ideas. I got to paint it and everything tomorrow too, so I'm gonna have to let it dry and stuff before I show the finished product. And I want the finished product to be on that tutorial video, so it might be a little bit late when I get it up tomorrow. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about, just in case you may have missed the Retro Hour episode 8 that I did talk about the Atari 2600 Plus. Now, I don't have this memorized, so I'm going to look at the laptop here and go over everything, and we'll talk about it for a minute. So, it comes with a 10-in-1 cart. And, so it's a cartridge, but technically this thing is an emulator, which is fine. That's basically what evercade is too. Even though you get cartridges, it's an emulator, because these carts, you put it into the system and it dumps the ROMs. There's a ROM dump into the system, and that's just the way it works, which is cool. What else do I have here? It does not play 5200 games. I'm sure everyone that knows about the Atari 2600 Plus already knows this. I'm a little bit late to the party because I was sick for a few days. I couldn't even talk, and that's when this news came out. So anyway, but it does play homebrews, and it plays both the 2600 and 7800 games, which is really cool. I'm glad Atari is doing stuff like this. This is cool. Most of the original games tested worked, although there is a small list of games that didn't work. And if you want to see which ones did and didn't work, all you have to do is go to Atari's website, and they have the whole list. Everything that works, they have a list of things that don't work. So, props to Atari for that, for giving everyone a heads up, because maybe you have a game and you'd like to play it on that and you can't because it doesn't work. Cool. I'm glad Atari does stuff like this. All right. So anyway, it is HDMI compatible. Also, the Atari logo lights up, which is a pretty neat little feature, I guess. However, it only comes with one controller. And I'm not real keen on the price either. The price is $130. However, you can get a paddle controller bundle with a 4-in-1 cart. But I think it's kind of ridiculous that it's $40 for that little 4-in-1 bundle and a old paddle controller for an Atari. Or you can get an additional Atari joystick for $25. Now listen, I'm not trying to sound cheap. Maybe some of you are like, man, what the hell, man? He's fucking cheap. No. $129 for this thing. Listen. Red Dead Redemption was pretty much re-released, and that's a 13-year-old game. And a lot of people that love that game was pissed off that they were selling it for $50. And it's a 13-year-old game. The 2600 is over 40 years old. Not worth $130. I don't care what anyone says. It's not worth $130. It's outdated. Granted, we love these outdated games. Anyone that loves, like, is a true retro fan loves this. I love Atari. I don't like that price though whatsoever. Um and man, $25 for an Atari controller, like it's pretty much the original joystick. Now I did a video on different controllers and everything, and the Atari joystick I didn't rate too well. I liked it as a kid, but now I got man hands. My hands eat that thing up, man. It ain't worth $25. Atari joysticks suck. I wish they made like big boy Atari joysticks. Make them bigger, man. We're all adults now. Everyone that loves Atari, is close to 40 or in their 40s. Yeah, we're all adults now. Make the thing. If you're gonna reissue a 2600 that can also play 7800 games, you're gonna have an older audience. We're all adults now. Make that joystick bigger. That's all I'm asking. But I do like what Atari's doing. They're being able to actually play them physical carts. That's a huge plus. I love physical. I'm glad that it's that you're able to do that, and it's not just all digital. I'll get to the digital thing in a minute, the game station. The other thing is, this is something that I believe that other retro consoles should take notes on. What Atari's doing is smart. Now, I don't know why. Like, let's take, for instance, like Nintendo. I know there's a lot of like clone consoles out there for Nintendo that you can get for like $40, like real cheap, instead of buying from some fucking reseller and paying $100 or $300 for a NES, which another system I love, but outdated, not worth that much. Nintendo should do what Atari's doing. Why not make an anniversary edition console or something? This has Nintendo on it. They could make some money, and it can play original carts, or it can play Super Nintendo and your original Nintendo card. I mean, something like that. Because like I said, there's clone consoles that actually do that. But I'm surprised like Nintendo doesn't jump in on this. But back to the Atari 2600 Plus. When it comes to this, I am going to give it a hard pass because of what I was just about to talk about. The Atari Game Station. That's what I'm getting. I don't have 7,800 games sitting around. If you have 7,800 games sitting around, but your 7,800 don't work, this is probably the console for you, because now you can play your 26 and 7,800 carts on there. I mean, cool. That's cool. Atari 2600 is the only Atari console that I've ever owned, besides like the flashbacks. But it's the only console from Atari that I ever owned is the 2600, and I have mine, and it works fine. Like I said, I don't play it much because my hands are too big for them damn joysticks. But the game station, that already has everything that I need. I don't need the Atari 2600 Plus because the game station is going to come with over 200 games preloaded on it. I wish that, you could get physical cards for it, like the evercade, and like maybe have like 10 or 20 games on each cart. And you could do that with Atari easy. Shit, you could probably put 50 games on a cart. But this game station, you get 2,600 games, 7,800 games, and Atari Arcade, all for under $100. It's actually $30 cheaper. So to me, that's just logical thinking and common sense for me, anyway. Just to get the game station. If I had 7,800 games, then yeah, I'd be probably more interested in the Atari 2600 Plus. But no, it's not for me. And yeah, I mean, let me know if you're interested in this Atari 2600 plus. I'm just not digging it. I guess when I heard the Atari news about a new console coming out, I was pretty pumped up about it. I was pretty excited. But then I read that it was this, and I was like, "Oh man, what I wanted." And I don't know if you're listening, Atari. What I wanted, I think it would have been cool because Atari just bought, they like the rights to all these games, like recently, tons of different games and licenses. So they have like a huge library, like on hold and stuff right now. So I was thinking, man, maybe they're making like a VCS 2 and it's like improved and they're going to put these games on that they just bought. I mean, that to me, I think that would have excited me, but yeah, this one really didn't. I mean, if I like I said 3 or 4 times now, if I had 7800 games carts, yeah, I'd jump all over this because then I can play all my 2600 carts on it too, and one console. That's fucking awesome. But regardless, I'm not bashing Atari at all. I appreciate Atari a lot. I love that they do this, but I don't think they have to do this like every year or anything like that. Uh, it'd be cool like every 5 years, every 10 years, something. But I do think that other companies and systems they should take note on what Atari is doing because Atari is doing it right. So I don't know. Atari to me it's they're the pioneer of games. So I'm never gonna bash them. I love them, and I really wish for nothing but the best from them. And I do honestly believe that there's something big on the horizon. They wouldn't have got all them games and licenses if something big wasn't coming. I think they're ready to start jamming with the big boys again. And I hope they do. More competition means more games for us gamers, and that's a good thing. It's stupid to, root against anything. I'm not a big Xbox fan, but hell, man, what they've been doing, how they, oh, what the hell's I forget some new game, Starfield or something. Uh, and I'm not even into first person shooters, but why would I knock it? That's awesome. I'm glad. Hopefully they start rising. More Xbox stuff gets out there. You got to root for all these companies. Even if you're not a fan of playing their stuff or not, it just helps all of us out. Everyone that games, it helps out. So, yeah, just let me know what you guys think of this Atari 2600 Plus. If you plan on buying it, let me know. I'd love to hear about it and why you want to buy it or why you don't want to buy it. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Um, but I'm also looking forward to getting this arcade build tutorial up and the finished product. Man, I got so much cool shit. Like after I paint it and everything, it's gonna look badass. So thanks for thanks for listening to me rant. Wasn't trying to piss anyone off. Wasn't bashing Atari, anything like that. Love them, but I'm just not interested in this 2600 plus. Let me know if you are. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until the next video, game on.